This is the Stockwell Roche Show, giving you real-time information you need to make educated decisions about buying and selling in the world-renowned Twin Cities. Now your hosts and real estate experts, Jason Stockwell and Josh Roche.
Good morning, Minneapolis, St. Paul. I'm Jason Stockwell with RE/MAX Results.
Josh Roche, RE/MAX Advantage Plus.
You're listening to the Stockwell Roche Show every Sunday at 10 a.m. here on AM 1280 The Patriot, giving you valuable information. We have a great show for you today on a lot of things real estate. We have some great people, some great experts in here with us. We'd like to welcome Nikki Knuckles with Wells Fargo. How you doing, Nikki?
What's up, Nikki?
Hello.
Jennifer Gagne
Hello.
Hi, Jennifer.
with HMS Warranty. Actually, it's Gagne, right?
Correct.
Jennifer Gagne.
Not Gagne.
And Ben Nelson with Farmers.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Good.
Good. It's a great day. So we have a lot of stuff to go over today and a lot of good information you're going to hear about as far as warranties and why they're good for you, not just in your purchase and your sale of your home, although they are very, very useful and valuable in those situations. Highly recommended. Also, Nikki's got some great programs to talk about in the lending world and some events coming up. We all love events, especially when this holiday season coming up with Halloween being the kickoff, right? So,
Sure.
and then Ben is going to be talking about we talked about this before the show, but
Insurance,
but more specifically, the vandalism. I want to hear the story about that because that is something that we do not like to hear about, but also you need good protection for. So, but always start off with market update. What's happening, Josh?
I got a little phone here, and I'm going through the statistics here on the phone, and I kind of wanted to go over September, where we were at last year, where we were at this year's, and what the numbers look like. I just want to give everybody an update on how the Twin City market looks right now. So new listings, September of 2015, we're down 6.9%. Pending sales, we are up 12.3%. Closed sales, we're up 12%. And then days on the market, we're better than we were at last year. Last year, as an average, is 71 days on the market. This year, September, we're 65 days on the market, so that's really good. But our average price, we're up. We're up 6.1%. The average home price in the Twin City market is $265,943. So that's good news.
Good news for everybody. So all you take away from that, from you out there listening, buyers, great time to buy, and you're doing it. Buyers are doing it. Sellers, great time to sell. Not enough sellers are actually selling, are taking advantage of the timing now. So I met with sellers earlier this week. They've been waiting a long time since the downturn. Their property actually has gone to where it was before in 2007, and they are finally committing to making the move because we don't know what's going to be happening next year or how long this is going to go. So if you're a seller and you've been waiting and you're going to make that move, and they're actually...
Is that why they were waiting? Is they were waiting for their value in their home to come back up?
And they also are very smart. They plan, just like we talked about on our shows. They're planning ahead because they're older retired couple. They've been in their home for a long, long time, and they are making a move, but they want to do it before they have to make the move. And why not do it now when you can actually maximize your profit as a seller? Right. So September, this is a quote from Mike Hoffman, Minneapolis Area Association of Realtors president. September was another strong month for buyer activity. Seller activity, however, remains restrained, meaning those who do choose to sell are getting top dollar in near record time on the market. The demand for homes is still exceeding the supply. So
it's true. It's so true. I see it every day. We're out there
all the time. Yep.
In the field, and we're seeing it. We have buyers are putting in offers, and they're competing with other buyers, multiple offers.
Doesn't mean that you can put your house at whatever price you want. So make sure to call us 651-400.
Yeah, that's probably not going to work.
651-400-0773 to make sure you do the right pricing, because even though it's strong, it's not insanely crazy. You can put whatever price you want.
Let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about how do you come up with a price? How do we come up with a price on what the market should be for their home?
You have to see it.
We have to see it, right? We have to go inside and see what how.
I usually just go to Zillow and just tell them what the price is on Zillow.
That's accurate.
That comes across a lot.
Last sales price.
But basically what we have to do is we have to look at it from a bank's perspective, right? We have to look at what the bank's going to loan, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
We have to go and what they usually do is they take the last 6 month sales within a 1 mile radius, and that's where they come up with a price per square foot on what's going on in the home. And that gives us a good base of where we start.
Good base. But you still have to see it because
Yes.
homes are very unique, just like every person. And we're not selling just condos that are on the same building in the same location. Houses have their own character, their own style, so that's why an expert
do.
has to look at it. So, so call us and reach out to us. We're happy to help with that. And even though you're not thinking of selling this winter, or you may not be thinking of selling this winter, or you may want to, but you're afraid to, don't be afraid.
Yeah.
It's a good time even now as we come into the winter to be doing it because I anticipate based on what's happened this fall compared to last fall, this winter will be one of the best sales winters we've had in a long time.
I'm hoping you're right.
So here's another thing that they're talking about predictions. This is Judy Shields. She's the MAR president-elect. She said, we expect interest rates to stay below their long-term average for years to come. The trick will be sustaining price gains that motivate enough sellers to list their properties without pricing out today's buyers, particularly first-time buyers. We don't want to have a situation where the prices are getting too high where the first-time buyers are unable to enter the marketplace. So a lot of stuff to take on there, but good all information overall. Sellers, call us, reach out to us, free, no cost, no obligation. Give an assessment of your home, whether it's now or next spring you're thinking of selling. We're happy to help. 651-400-0773. So there's a good...
And with listings being down, wouldn't it be the perfect time? Less competition for
Yes.
Yes, exactly. It's
Yes.
great. Good job, Jen.
Yes.
No problem.
That's what I was going to say. There's a lot of meat on that bone. Go for it. What do we Nikki and Nicole, what do you guys... or Nikki and Jennifer, what do you guys think on that?
I think it'd be a great time to put it on the market with less inventory, less competition for them. And being that it's winter, listings do go down at this time of year. So great time to do it.
Do it now. I mean, before the real hard stuff comes. And we're going to have some storms. Let's not kid ourselves. We do live in Minnesota.
No, none.
But it's a great time to list your home, especially now. I mean, there's not a lot of inventory out there. You're gonna get some interest.
Do you find some buyers are just kind of waiting for something to
There's a
come on
lot
the
of buyers
market?
doing that because they're scared. There's still people out in our marketplace that are scared of what's happened in 2008, 2009, 2007.
Well, and some buyers may have already looked at what's on the market, didn't necessarily move forward, or maybe lost out on a home, and are just waiting for a new one to come on.
And let's not kid ourselves. I mean, a lot of people went through some hard times, right? They had bad credit issues take place. Something's gone bad where they're scared to go out and buy. Give us a call. Let's game plan. Let's help you get in the right time, the right frame of mind to get out there and start putting a game plan together so you can out and
So,
go get
Nikki, we talked a lot about stuff that I think you might have some stuff to share with.
Yeah, wow. You guys hit on a lot of topics. I'm hearing not even needing to add really anything. I'm hearing ready again. Are you a ready again buyer? Did you have some type of an issue in the past and maybe you've gotten things together, or maybe you need a resource to get back into the market, get that credit just a little bit more in line, find out when, maybe you had a short sale or a foreclosure, figuring out what that date is and getting to that 3-year mark where you can start, looking like, starting to look back into the marketplace to see if you're ready. I heard affordability, even though there's quite a bit of, competition from a buyer's standpoint because there's not as much inventory. It's an affordable time during the second half of the year going into the winter months. So
look at what
a lot of issues I heard.
Yeah, rental prices. Look at how high they've come up, rental prices, where you can actually go get a brand new home with a low down payment and pay less than what you're paying on rental property.
Have the tax benefit.
Right, and have a tax benefit. Right. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons, although I'm reading the Business Weekly here, Minneapolis, St. Paul Business Weekly, and they're putting up apartments everywhere. It's ongoing, and it's going to continue going because the demand is so much there for those apartments.
They're transforming condos, people that actually have their own property and turning them into rentals again.
They call it a reverse conversion.
That's crazy.
Yep, I just learned about it too. They have a reverse conversion where you can take a dated or older condo building. They'll actually sell out, and there's actually more money in it to renovate it from a condo and renovate the units and then rent them and then sell the whole building to an investor or to a firm or an outfit. So
we are seeing that too. We're not. It's crazy out there. We're seeing that downtown Minneapolis right now.
Reverse conversion. So a very, very interesting topic. But so the Ben, you work a lot with investors.
You do insurance, right?
And you do
I do.
insurance, but you work a lot with investors too. Homeowners, regular homeowners, new construction, and investors. What's your take on that as far as buying in the winter and selling in the winter for people?
Well, the big thing is if you're going to have a vacant home in the winter, to leave the heat on that sucker. Just because frozen pipes and stuff like that are such a big risk in those vacant homes, people just don't take care of them. Or if you're a landlord, make sure your tenants keep the heat on. A lot of times they keep it really cool to save on bills. Make sure they have their heat up so you don't have those bursted pipes. Other things are make sure your sidewalks are clean, stuff like that. Make sure you have the gutters clean in your investment properties that you have, because you don't want to have one of the ice dam, something like that happen. Just because they don't get looked at every day like your primary home.
Well, it's hard when it's 20 below. I don't want to go look at it.
True. That's why you do it early.
Are you seeing investors actively still purchasing?
Not as
properties?
much as we were seeing a couple months ago.
Really?
Actually, what I've seen more so of lately is, like we were talking about, picking up condos and townhomes, flipping those. Some have been keeping them as rentals, but a lot of them have just been flipping them quick, month and a half, and getting rid of them. Just because there's not a lot to do, they don't have to worry about the outside.
Yep.
Put paint on the inside, new cabinets, they're good to go.
So more of that than the major renovation. I've seen less foreclosures. We talk about that, Josh, all the time, but less foreclosures, and there's a lot less properties where there need extensive renovations.
That, and what we've seen a lot lately is new construction.
Yeah.
A lot of people are buying empty lots, and putting up brand new homes on them rather than buying flips.
Yep, that's still going on like crazy, and I think it'll still continue if rates stay good.
I believe in the next 5 years, we're going to see a lot of increase going on in that new home construction in our market, because there's not a lot of inventory. You either tear down a house and you rebuild, or you're out looking for new home construction. And right now, let's just face it, there's not a lot of dirt.
I think people like to buy new too. A lot of times.
People
who doesn't?
love new.
Yeah.
Everything's new, and you got all your stuff. We'll talk.
I
more
like
about,
a new toothbrush.
We'll talk more about that spending now to save big later in the future, and also talk about some scary home problems that could scare you away. But here's a little fun fact before I take our first break: a century of inflation. These dollar figures share one attribute. They all pack the same purchasing power. So if you made $4,240 in 1915 for your salary for the year. So imagine your yearly salary. Your yearly salary is $4,240. That's the same salary today as a $100,000 salary is today.
That's crazy.
So that's the century of inflation. It happens all the time. And that's why real estate is good for inflation, because it goes up typically, right?
I'm getting scared. That music's coming on. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, that's the next topic. So stay tuned. We'll be back more. We have Jennifer Gagne, Ben Nelson, Nikki Knuckles. I'm Jason Stockwell with Remax Results.
Josh Roche, Remax Advantage Plus.
We'll be back soon, and please don't be too scared.